All right. Happy February, you guys. This is my month. It is the shortest month, but it is my birthday month and it is going to be complete fire. We are going to take advantage from the get-go. I wanted to oh, okay. I was like, man, did I forget my stuff? I'm gonna dive right in because I do have a little bit for us to chat about tonight, just because these next few months are going to be insane. And I want to be a good leader for you guys and let you guys know where we're going and just share as much of the vision for the next 3, 4, 5 months as I possibly can so that you can buy in, get on board, all the things. So before I do that, I am going to talk backwards just a little bit. Um, and just talk about January because we had a really incredible January, you guys. We ended at our highest paid rank, so we were a double diamond team, which is freaking fantastic. We had some incredible numbers. I don't know everybody's off the top of my head, but I do know Elena shared hers with me. Her January last year, she ended at like 500 or something like that GV, okay? And this year she ended at over 10,000. So it is 1 year can make such a difference, you guys. And if you are consistent and if you show up and you work your business the way that you should, big things can happen. And to end at 10,000 in January when you ended last year at 500, that's freaking awesome. So shout out to Elena for showing up big and being a freaking incredible leader. So that makes me super proud. Yay, Elena. Our goal for last month was to bring in 500 new BV a day. And I want, which would have been a total of, yay, Elena's like, yay, I'm here. Which would have been a total of 15,500 in new volume if we would have hit our goal. You guys, we ended at 10,983. So that's a whole new diamond. That is a whole new diamond leg, which is kudos. We did have a new diamond pop. We had a new emerald pop. We had another leg re-ranked to its highest rank. So that is freaking incredible. You're going to hear from some of those leaders tonight. We had a ruby pop. We've had some just awesome stuff. So we fell a little bit short of that 15,000 goal, but that's major, you guys, to bring in 11,000, nearly 11,000 in new volume in January. I'm so impressed and so proud of you guys. So that's what I wanted to start us off with. I'm going to flip to my notes so that I can keep us on track. Okay, so the first thing I want to, and Sabrina, I'm going to put you on the spot for some info stuff. If you can drop it in the chat. First thing I want to make sure everybody is aware of is we just launched our brand new reformulated wraps and facials. I'm probably going to say it wrong, but I think they're called skinny wraps now. And hydrating something facials. Like I said, Sabrina's going to put it in the chat for us so that we say it right. They are 3 to a pack instead of 4 to a pack now. And they are cheaper. So Sabrina's going to put the BV and the thank you and the pricing, thank you, in the chat and the names. So you guys, if you have not ordered those, or here's the thing, wraps are one of the easiest things for you guys to get before and after pictures for. So if you don't have personal before and after pictures, I would highly suggest that you add these to your auto shipment or you do an outside auto shipment order and snag one or both of them. 3 wraps is going to take you less than a week to get a before and after picture that is personal to you. And I'm going to share something that Gina shared in her chat today, or a chat that I'm in with her. Hold on just a second. Where is it at? 2 seconds. Where is it? It's called Stream Team. Oh, there it is. Okay, so she shared a lot today, apparently. I'm sorry, you guys. I meant to be more prepared. Okay, so she had 5 booms today, and she said, and just like that, I added 165 BV in one day and I'm commission qualified way before my auto ship runs. I'm nothing special. I've been doing this business for 8 years. There's always somebody watching and somebody waiting to show up. Keep posting every day, get your own results, and your day is coming too. And somebody was like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? And she said, I literally made a post that had some suspense about my before and after pictures for the slimming gummies. And that's how I signed my people and got my ELCs to order. And the 2 ELCs that ordered are on a new 3-month thing. So they just returned their auto ship on for 3 more months. So that's incredible. Our personal stories with the products speak so loudly. So new wraps and new facials, well, reformulated. I'm so excited to try them. So if, like I said, if you haven't gotten them, do them, take before and after pictures because your story will speak the loudest. Okay, next thing is couple of announcements team-wide. So I'm finalizing all of the details for the contest that I'm doing this month. There is going to be a show up to go up contest, and it's basically going to be a booms contest. It's also going to be it's going to be KPI focused. So dropping your KPI at the end of every night is going to count as a boom. Showing up to team huddles is going to count as a boom. And then I will draw a winner, one winner, like every 50 booms that we have. So I will put all the details on the team page tonight. We will retro all the booms from today and yesterday. So I'll scroll and I'll get all that together for us. And then you can boom for being on this call tonight. But I want to start seeing you guys as KPI. I know that thing is, it can be daunting, but I highly encourage you to plug into it. There are several different versions of it. Choose the one that fits you best right now and stick to that one and do your best. Even if you don't complete it every single day, I still want you to drop it. I still want you to boom it because you are making progress. And it's a really good accountability thing because if you're getting the same 3 things done every single day, you need to push yourself to get those 4th, 5th, 6th, 10 things done, right? So that is going to be the focus of our contest this month. I'm also going to do a volume tracker for us because I think that's really, really important. And I'm going to talk about volume trackers and charting here in just 2 seconds. Hey, we got an echo situation. That was awesome.
Sorry, it's me. Hold on.
That was funny. Okay, so also note to self, don't say 300 new BV a day is gonna be our goal for this month. We did 500 last month. We're pushing it this month. We don't have as many days. We don't have people messing around. We are in our groove. We got a lot of people pushing for bonuses, and we've got a lot of people making some serious moves this month. And 600 a day is going to be our number. So again, oh, I actually pulled that already. For yesterday, we were at 598. So 598 out of 600, kudos to us. That's freaking bomb. So just so you know, 600 a day is our new team goal. That will keep us on track for going triple next month. We will be a VIP team next month. It is happening. The next thing that I am going to chat with you guys about is something that we are starting this month. It is called Intentional Tuesdays. Okay. So here's the deal. KPI can be overwhelming, and I'm fully aware of that. Sometimes you don't even know where to start because you don't know the different things, right? So on Tuesdays, from 8 to 10, there's going to be a different leader that is going to walk you through the KPI. So this is going to be so freaking key for establishing good habits. PM, yes, ma'am. Establishing good habits, helping your newbies get launched. It is going to be like an open forum. We're literally going to pull up a KPI form, and the first thing on there is, okay, have you made your post for the day? Okay, no. Okay, then we're going to go to the newbie chat. We're going to get the post of the day. We're going to post it. Okay. Second thing on there is follow-ups from yesterday or whatever. And we're literally going to work our way through those. That way, if you have a question, how would you follow up with this? How would you re-spark this conversation? What do you say when she says X, Y, Z? We're going to work, we're taking 2 hours out of our night and we're going to work hand in hand with you guys. It's going to be an unmute kind of night and just we're working through the KPI and we're going to knock it out together. Your KPI, if you're sitting down and being intentional, should not take you 2 hours to do. But if there's a whole group of us on a thing and it's one leader trying to help several people, then we're allotting some extra time because we want to take the time to make sure that you know what you're doing and that your new distributors have access to people that know what they're doing and we can help them through all that. So drop a 2 in the chat if you're excited about that. I'm so excited. I am so excited. KPIs are, if you ask any leader on this team, anybody that's been in this business for a while, it is like the ultimate checklist that will make sure that you succeed. Okay, so that's all in terms of like announcements and contests and fun stuff like that. So into the nitty gritty, this is Fire February and I was pretty on it last month, but this month is a whole nother level. Like if we're going VIP next month, we've got to step up and we've got to have a plan. So for right now, we need to make sure that we have our charts out and that we have a volume tracker. If that does not make sense to you, you probably have a leader that has your chart out and it has your volume tracker and knows what y'all need to hit as a team. So get your chart. If you are currently a new distributor, get a Ruby chart out. Talk with your upline about what it looks like to box Ruby. If you are going for Emerald this month, I want you to get an Emerald chart and I want you to get a Diamond chart. And I want you to have a conversation with your upline or with me about what does it look like? Where do I need to place my next customers? Where do I need to place my next distributor? All of that stuff. These people aren't working. Do I need to replace them? Do I stack them? Do I start a new thing? You don't know that stuff. Not everybody understands that stuff. And so talk to somebody that does. Excuse me, I don't know why I've got like weird hiccups. But your chart is your map and it is so key that you have it right now because we've got to know where we're going. I was talking to a few of my leaders and I told them, I was like, you guys, I need you guys to be on top of your charts because at this point, this is my chart and there are 105 boxes on there and there are multiple double diamonds, multiple emeralds. I mean, probably 20 rubies on here. I cannot keep up with all of that. And this is your business. So you need to take some ownership, know where you're going, have your chart out and have the next chart out too. Like I said, you just need to know where that volume is going to go and where your next distributors are going to go. Here's the thing that also will, hold on, I think I heard somebody.
I unmuted real quick. I was going to say something.
Oh, please do.
Something that helped me for this month because I need approximately a shit ton of volume. I made a list of, well, like I charted obviously, and made a list of every single auto ship, the BV and what day, but I also made a list for myself, like first priority, second priority. So like my first priority is to get my husband's account back to Ruby. So like the first 73 BV is going here. The next 100 and whatever BV is going here. And that way, like I went smallest to largest. That way, you know, it's like you get small wins along the way. If I only need 70 here,
Yes.
then like, you know, 4 products, whatever. So it's just like a check off list. I know like my next 2 customers exactly where they're going. Then once that's done, my next customer is here. So
And
it's
that's
just-
exactly what I'm talking about is, and if you don't know how to do that, your upline does. Okay. We have incredible leadership on this team and they know
Tell me,
what they're
I
doing.
love lists. I love lists.
So plug into them. And here's the deal. And I'm so glad you said that because if you know what you're doing and you have a solid plan of how to get there, you're going to talk, walk, work differently, work with more intention because you know to close this box, you need 73 BV. and that's 2 customers, and then you're done and you're moving to the next thing and you get to check that box. And the other thing, you are going to attract differently because you're more confident and you are walking and talking differently because you know where you're going. People want to join people and work with people that know where they're going. So none of this like hokey pokey in and out business. You've got to know where you're going. And just to take it to a spiritual level, God doesn't know what to bless you with if you are not specific. And I'm not going to go down like a whole prayer of Jabez situation, but you've got to tell God exactly what you want, and you've got to have a plan that's so specific so that he can meet your works, or your works with his almightiness. I don't know of a better way to say that. So God doesn't know what to bless you with if you don't have a very specific request for him. So know where you're going, have a plan, have a chart, have your map, have your volume tracker, know what you need and where you're going. The next thing I'm going to say is we are all hyped right now because it's the beginning of the month. We are renewed every single month. Clock is set to 0. We get a fresh start. We even got a first of the month on a Monday, you guys. Like, that is a hype thing. But it is very, very easy to get hyped the first week of the month, the first 6 days, the first 8 days. But truly, you need to commit to yourself for 90 days. You need to commit to your goals, whatever your goal is, for 90 days or 120 days. And you'll hear from some of our leaders, I'm not going to steal their thunder, but it does not happen overnight. And so when it's the 8th and your numbers are a little bit off, do not get shaky. Do not be shaken by that. You keep putting the effort forward and you keep showing up with the same intention and intensity that you are showing up right now. Right. And if you're not showing up right now, get on board. Like, you're on the wrong team if you're not showing up right now, because we are going. No, I'm just kidding. Just have a talk with your upline or with me and we will get you all set up. But I know for me, by the 8th, that scrolling time versus like intentional messaging time, or that looking through every boutique picture or whatever, goes up. It's true. It's like that mid-month slump. So prepare for it and get ready for it. And yes, we're all humans, but like, go into it knowing that you are going to show up every single day. It is a 90-day commitment. It is a 90-day push. We are walking into a 90-day run. 90 days. That's what I'm asking from you guys. And there is a difference. This is my 4th push season that we've done. I think it's my 4th. I don't even know. 18, 19, 20, 21. Yes, 4th. And there is a difference between a burned out push season and a consistent push season. And it is so important that you maintain your consistency on a daily basis, so that when you get to the 25th of the month, and I'm going to actually ask this, have you ever gotten to the 25th of the month and you're like, man, if only I wouldn't have slacked off, I would have hit that promotion, or I would be so much closer to my goal for next month. Have you ever done that? Because I don't know if I'm like skinny brew cheers to that, because I've done it. We've all done it. And to reach the big goals that we are all shooting for and the massive team goal that we're shooting for, we have to be consistent every single day. And that is the difference between a burned out push and a consistent push. If you are consistently pushing, you are going to get that compound effect. You are going to be intentional when you show up every single day. Here's the other thing. And some of you have been hearing from me. I'm getting sweaty, y'all. Like, some of y'all have been hearing from me a little bit more than you have in the past. And it's because I am really wanting to be intentional with who I pour into. I want to work with the people that want to work here. I don't care if you are my top line, my personally enrolled, if you are a Ruby, if you are whatever you are right now. If you are showing up consistently, I want to work with you. I do not want to drag people along. I want to work with the people that want to be here. Because at the end of the day, it's just more freaking fun that way. And I refuse to walk through this season when I know it's going to be a bunch of hard work, dragging a bunch of people that don't want to be here. or that don't have the same focus as me or whatever. So so there's that. Focus on the right type of people and be intentional with your energy and where it goes. Next thing, and I'm going to try and hurry. Next thing is what we give you every single day. And this is more to the newbies. So I'm going to talk to the kind of the newer distributors, and then I'm going to talk to some of my vets. What we give you every single day, we are doing ourselves. So show up with that consistency to be successful. If you look at the Rileys, or if you look at Carmen, or if you look at Danny or whoever, and you're like, man, I want to be a Ruby, I want to whatever, then use the things that we're giving you in the chat, because they're using the things that we're giving in the chat. They're doing those things and they're reaping benefits. If you look and you're like, Madison booms every freaking day, what is that girl doing? She's giving it to you. Like, there is no secret sauce. She's just consistent. And so use what we're doing, because that is exactly what that's exactly how we're winning. That's exactly how we're getting all the things. So and plus, that's how we know who's working. Not always do I look at enrollments as people that are consistent and the people that are working, because I know that there is that harvest season where you are planting seeds and you are growing your network. But if you are doing the things consistently every single day, the way that we should be doing them, then you are going to boom, period, point blank. And if you're not booming as much as you want, or you're not enrolling as much as you want, up your numbers. This is a numbers game. So okay, so my leaders or my veterans, if you are stepping into a season where you feel, and maybe this is leaders and not just veterans too, if you are stepping into a season where you feel underqualified to lead the team that you want to lead, or that you are charted for, or whatever, I encourage you to look inside and look at your effort, your personal effort, because if there's nothing else that I have learned from Grey's Anatomy and binging it over COVID, it is that if you want to be a leader of leaders, you do one and then you teach one. You do one and then you teach one. Do one, teach one, do one, teach one. And they talk about that in the hospital. I don't drop a 4 if you've ever watched Grey's Anatomy, because I'm newly addicted. COVID, I had never ever seen an
I'm obsessed.
episode.
It's the best show ever. That's all I know.
Okay, so I had never seen an episode, and then COVID hit at Christmas time, and it was like, okay, so I'm gonna try this. It happened on an accident, and now whatever. But in the hospital setting, you do one and then you teach one. Okay, so and that's how you gain your confidence. That's how they gain their confidence as surgeons. That's how they gain their confidence as doctors or whatever. And no, we're not cutting people open with scalpels, but if you are not feeling qualified to lead, it is likely because you are not picking up your scalpel and doing the things yourself. You are choosing the things within your comfort zone. And that's why I said a minute ago, those 2 tasks or 3 tasks that you get done every day. I'm getting a post up, I'm in my stories. But are you doing the things that make you feel uncomfortable? As you start doing the things that make you feel uncomfortable and being more consistent in your own personal business, you will feel more confident in other areas of your business, and you will feel more confident to lead people because you are doing the thing and then showing other people how to just do the thing that you're already doing. So you can't teach unless you're doing it. And if you're doing it right now, you need to be teaching. So it'll be like I said, it'll build your confidence by doing it, and then your internal switch will flip and you'll feel ready to like lead a presidential team, and then you'll pass me and I will cheer you on the entire way. It'll be fine and it'll be awesome. So 2 people both doing the same things. If you're new, consistency. And if you are veteran, or if you are stepping into a leadership position, it's still just consistency. Okay. But now you're teaching somebody how to do what you do. No matter where you're at though, no matter where you're at, you are in control of your own business. And this is the hardest thing and the best thing about what we do, you guys. And like I said, I'm trying not to preach too much, but you decide how you want to show up. I love each and every one of you, and I would enroll all of your customers for you if I could, but I can't do that. I would send all your messages for you, but I can't do that. You have to show up. You have to decide how you're going to show up. And if you feel like all you do is walk around with this thing in your hand, one, put it down. If you're not working on it or whatever, put it down. I was talking about the scrolling earlier. If you feel like, oh, I feel like a bad mom because I'm always on my phone or whatever, put it down. If you're not working with it, put it down. And if you do find yourself walking around with it, saying, I haven't finished my KPI list, then quit talking about it and just do it. That poor dog always attacks you, Chelsea. Sweet baby. She just wants to love on you a little bit. Or is it a he? Yeah, he's aggressive. I like that about him. But anyways, do what?
I said he's an asshole.
I like him. I like aggressive things that are just kind of in your face a little bit. Okay, so I just encourage you, again, going back to being intentional. If you are going to have this in your hand, be intentional with it. Otherwise, put it down. And if you find yourself walking around with it or saying the words, I feel like I'm on my phone all day, make sure that you're not just scrolling on your phone, because in this season where we are upping our effort and we are showing up in a big way, it's going to feel like this is in your hand the whole day, especially if you're being unintentional. So that is just a piece of advice I just wrote, put it down. If your phone's in your hand and you're not doing anything with it, put it down. My phone has been in here for 45 minutes. I was eating dinner and playing Nintendo with the kids. Like, I put it down, step away. Okay. Let me see. All right. So now I want to hear from a few of our leaders. I asked a few of them to talk tonight. I asked Jamie, our newest diamond. Can we pause real quick? I can't believe I didn't lead with that. What kind of a-hole am I? Yay, Jamie! She's a freaking diamond, y'all, and snagged a $10,000 bonus. I'm so stinking proud of my Mississippi queen. Oh, my heart. So I asked Jamie.
I'm so excited for you, Jamie.
I'm so excited. I also do what? Yeah, I'm gonna. It's fine. I've got it. I'll get you one. I might get you two. I don't know. Girl needs options. We're gonna hear from Madison because Madison's a freaking rock star, and I think everybody would agree with that. Her enrollments are insane. We are gonna hear from Brooke because I don't know. She set a goal last month to hit her highest paid rank of Emerald, and she did it, you guys. She hasn't been paid Emerald in several months, and sorry if that's not like common knowledge, but she hasn't.
And I think we did it in like 28 days.
And she got her Emerald back, you guys, which is freaking incredible. And it's because she showed up in a different way. And so I'm super proud of her. And then we're going to hear from Carmen, also our newest Ruby, that I am so proud of, that went Ruby on the 25th because she's like, whatever, I'm just done. I'm doing this and we're getting it done. So I'm going to start with Jamie because I said her name first, but I wanted them to kind of just pour into you guys how they showed up differently in January and give you any kind of tip or trick that they have. Did y'all hear that? That was something falling off my wall. Anyways, Jamie, take it away.
Okay, so I jokingly said in the chat earlier that I went diamond on gummy haps, but I went diamond on gummy haps, and Madison probably feels the same way because she had gummy. But so I wanted to reiterate that if you find something that works, run with it. Run until you feel like it fades away. Like when I first started, I used the mess out of the heart hap, and everybody else talked about different haps they were using that were working, but that one was my like golden hap. And I went Ruby with the hard hap. Like I just did it all the time. And so when the gummies got released, I tell you, like if I got 10 haps up a day, 9 of them were going to be gummy. Like it was just like crazy. So just find out what works for you and what is working for you and run with it. And then it might fade away. You don't know, but at least you know that it's working at that time for you, and then just go, 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 go with it. So stick with what's working, especially when a new product is released. Get a HAP for that and use that continuously because it's going to be new on everyone's feed. So yeah, that's my tip.
I love that so much. I remember when Tiff Pfeiffer went triple diamond 2 years ago, and she did it in January, and it was when we or maybe it was 3 years ago. It was when we launched TFX, and she just did nothing but thermo. I mean, that girl probably had 150 TFX enrollments, and it was 31, 31, 30, like no upsell, no nothing. And she just balls out, went crazy with that HAP because it was working. She was like, I'm not doing anything else. This is working. I'm going. And so I love that so much. You have to find what works and do that thing. And it may be different. Jamie's gummy HAP might not work for me. It might still be the heart HAP for me, or it might be TikTok or whatever. Find what's working for you and run with that. I love that so much. All right. Who did I say next? Did I say Madison?
Okay, give me a second. I've got a couple. Okay, so something that I started doing back in, I think it was like September, October, is I started upselling, and I only used one message. Anytime somebody was going to place an order, I did a Fat Fighters upsell. Because if it's $78, or if like it's $75 and up, then 75 to 99, they can get free shipping with Fat Fighters. So that's what I always do because it's right at that $100 mark. Because anything over 99 is free shipping. So I did that, but then I started using an upsell message about, I can read it, but basically it just says, I was creating your order and a few unicorn offers popped up. It's super limited and a huge deal. And it's 4 options. It says energy packets. It explains them. Like they're like adult pixie sticks, only $33 to add on. And then the Fat Fighters, which are only $25, normally $42. Celery detox, great for weight loss and only $39 to add on. Helps with inflammation and bloating. And then Confianza. So it explains those. And then it says, I wasn't sure if you'd be interested in any of this. Did you want any of that? Just asking in case you can swing it. I'd feel horrible if I didn't mention it. It's not really like a unicorn offer, but they get the discount on it. And most people select either one product or they just go for a couple. So I mean, it's worth a shot. I know sometimes like it makes me so nervous to ask somebody, but it's not my job to spend their money for them. I didn't like it makes no sense to spend their money for them. But it still scares me every single time. And even at conference, Ashley Sinclair said it still scares her sending upsell messages. So like, she's top of the company. If it scares her, why not all of us do it? It's fine, whatever. And then I asked Bradley what he thought some things that I did, and he said, I knew where every single enrollment was going to go. So if I signed a customer, they sent me their info, I knew exactly where I needed to put it. If I need to enroll it through somebody else's website, if I needed to enroll it through mine and move it, I had that, like Brooke said, just laid out like a task list. And then I didn't focus on people who weren't working. Like I wasn't going to drag them along. Like Jamie said, if they didn't want to work, I wasn't going to harp on that because it's just going to waste more of my time. And it just is dead weight, basically. Like I hate to say it that way, but it's dead weight and it's more work to just carry them along than to just get the volume and do it. And then like potentials, if they didn't show interest, I wasn't going to keep bugging them. Just find new, do more HAPs. So I don't know, that just really worked for me.
I love that so much. I love the obviously I love the upsell thing because your orders are rarely just a one product order. So it's so much easier to knock out things 60 BV at a time or 80 instead of 30. So I love that. And I love it's you guys, it's such a game changer when you know where you're going. When you know this fast start and that fast start and close this box and then do this and oh, my next distributor is going here because this person's not working, and just knowing that you work so differently. So that's good. And I love that you asked Bradley. Like that makes my heart so happy because sometimes it's an outside perspective of like, what did I do? I don't even know. I was just working and I was going and I was doing the things and nobody was going to tell me I wasn't doing it. And so what did I even do? So I love that. And I also love that you mentioned that you weren't going to drag people along because it took up more of your time. And here's the hard truth, you guys. As much as I would love to say when I went Ruby, I did it and everybody was working. That's not the truth. And it's probably not going to be the truth for you. And I don't say that to be like, be prepared to carry other people. But at the end of the day, when your graphic comes out that Sabrina went Ruby or Danny went Diamond or whatever, it's your picture on that graphic. It's your chart. It's your business and you choose how you are going to show up for it. So I love those tips. Thank you, Madison. Brookie, are you next?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's hear it.
To talk about why we're here. And I just have like 3 quick things. I'm gonna try to make it quick, but y'all know I can talk. A 90-day push is hard. I mean, we keep saying we're going balls to the wall, we're going balls to the wall because we all have such huge goals, but it's hard. 90 days is a long time to just put your head down and go. And there are gonna be days that like you ain't trying to do shit for your business. It is how it is. I mean, it's that way. There are days that you don't want to get up host to post. You do not want to send 75 messages. You just don't want to. But they said something at conference that got me, and of course I'm not going to remember the same thing, but if you're not changing what you're doing, you're choosing it. You're choosing what you currently have because you're not changing it. And, you know, at the end of the day, there's a reason that you started this business because you needed gas and grocery money, or, you know, you're newly separated and need to buy your kids a house, or, you know, whatever. And if you will attach your goals to something, we talked about this at conference, if you will attach it to something, that $10,000 bonus that, you know, you're running for, what is that for? Is that, I mean, do you not need it? It's going to sit in the savings account, or do you need it because you really want that new car this summer? If you have something to attach it to, usually you're going to be that much harder to work for it. Not that $10,000 wouldn't be great to throw in your savings account, but you don't have that urgency, you know? And then I feel like sometimes there's parts in your business where fast starts are a good example. Okay. You sign that new distributor, and why do you need those first 6 customers? Because you're getting $150. You have a reason that you are getting those next 6 customers because you are getting $150. And for a week or 2, you are balls to the wall. You get those 6 customers because you want that $150. But then you don't sign a customer for another 2 weeks. Your urgency is gone because you don't have those fast starts on the line. You have to remember why you started this business, and it is a marathon. I mean, you can get a long way in a month or 2 months, but most of our goals are bigger than what we're going to accomplish in 2 months. There are going to be days that you're going to sign a customer. There's going to be days that you're not going to sign a customer. There might be a week that you don't sign a customer. And there might be a month that your volume isn't what you want it to be, and it's $3,000 and you get a paycheck of $250 and you're just like, all that work for $200. But then you have to remind yourself, I have a bigger goal. I have bigger dreams. This month's customers are going to build on next month's customers, and just keep it in your head why you're doing this. You are not always going to see the fruits of your labor immediately, but remember what your goals are. Remember why you're doing this, and just keep freaking going.
So good. So good. And that's why she's going to be a diamond this month. So freaking good. I love that. And I actually had a really good conversation with Danny a couple days ago, or maybe a week ago, about just this. Like sometimes you don't need the money for diapers or whatever. And so you have to dig a little deeper to be like, what does it mean to me? Why am I here? Why on the days that I don't want to do this, why am I going to show up anyways? And so sometimes it's things that are not normal. Like like it's not to keep a roof over your head or to buy a new car, to pad your savings account or whatever. Sometimes it is for other things. And I always think of Gina Smith too, because when she joined this business, it was not to go debt free and pay off her mortgage, even though that's what she did. She joined for $500 because her son has Down syndrome and he needed speech therapy. Like it was an outside the box expense that would have resonated with nobody, I mean, other than other Down syndrome moms, but like it would have, like that was so, it was unique to her. And so maybe it's like for Danny, maybe it's putting your child in a Mother's Day Out program and paying for that yourself. Maybe it is buying a house for your kids or putting them in stinking select cheerleading. Don't do it. I'm just saying. But maybe whatever it is, like there's a reason that you joined and it's so, so important. So that was so good, Brooke. Thank you. And then Carmen is going to wrap us up. Miss New Ruby, I found you, Miss New Ruby.
It's gonna be my theme song.
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
Well, not for long because she'll be Emerald this month, but that's fine. We'll cheer about that later.
True. So I'm going to talk about, and I don't want to call it consistency because I don't think it's consistency. I think it's more endurance. And it's funny because when I was like, oh, I'm just going to talk about this. And then I happened to get on my Facebook memories today. Can I just say a year ago today, I had made a comment about I wasn't happy with the scale, and Brooke had actually commented on that and told me about the skinny brew that they had just come out with. She was always in there. Exactly. So it's
How
more
funny.
about being consistent. Yeah, I know it's one of those, I'm telling you, like I have seen a ton of God moves in the last week that have kind of like freaked me out a little bit. I joined, we call it August because it was like the last day of July. I watched everybody around me. I heard all the stories, people going Ruby in like a month and like 2 weeks and these crazy stories. And it took me 6 months to get to Ruby. And it was hard fought. And so my thing is don't give up if you don't see the results that you're looking for like immediately, because it's very much a process in planting. And it was funny because we always hear about planting the seeds and how, you got to plant your seeds and then you're going to have your harvest season. And I was thinking about it and I was like, who actually knows how long it takes to plant seeds and how long it takes for them to grow? We all go to Home Depot and buy that shit already, blooming, and we put it in the ground. And I was thinking about it because I'm actually about to order seeds for the, Money Pit Farm. And last year we actually started seeds for the first time. And it surprised me how long it took for those seeds to sprout. And it's really been very eye-opening to like start like putting those pieces together and realizing that being just, doing that one thing every day and being consistent about it. And you just keep chugging. I just keep on. Like I keep putting this stuff up. And then 3 months down the road, I have somebody, oh yeah, I think I want to try that because I see you talk about it all the time. Oh, cool. I would have never thought to ask that person, which, shame on me for not actually asking every single person that I talk to. But the more you do it, the more you're going to start harvesting those seeds later down the road. It's not going to necessarily be a month down the road. It could be 6 months. It could be 9 months. Don't give up on that just because you don't have that immediate success. The little engine that could just kept on going. And that's what I'm going to be. I'm just going to be over here going choo choo. Just keep on moving. And yes, I may have
all the way to $5,000.
That's right. And, so that was what I just, try. I hate to sound like Jason Garrett, but it's a process. And you got to process. And it's really funny because Jamie had mentioned on our little chat, she was like, you did something different. And I think it was not even that I did something different. I just started believing in what I was actually putting out. Like I started realizing that things are going to actually start happening because I'm still doing this, because I'm not getting down every time I don't get an answer or I get ignored or I get, blocked. I just was like, okay, next. I just kept pushing through. And then God has a funny way of working on stuff. And, I put up posts and like, I'll start typing and I'll be like, what the hell did I just type out, and hit send, and then something happens out of it. And it's just, it's part of that planting, you know.
So
We don't
good.
miracle grow, but sometimes you just gotta deal with good old sunshine and water.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. And honestly, like the bonuses I feel like are the miracle grow. Like that's the thing that kind of like rejuvenates people and like gets you like to put a little pep in your step. But like it's that sunshine and water, you guys. It's the day in and day out, just showing up and doing the things. And what we do is not hard. It's not. You do have to get thick skin and you do have to get good at hearing no. But you keep showing up. There is only one way to fail at this business, and it is to quit or to not show up. It does not matter how long your process takes, because at the end of the day, she's still got a ruby. Like at the end of the day, like Brooke's still going to be a diamond and Elena's still going to be a double. And like, it's going to happen. And you guys, my climb was not one of those 0 to 100s. Like I went ruby in 3 months, emerald in 9, diamond in 13, double in 20. I'm still a double.
We're very similar.
I mean, it's like,
similar.
I mean, it's just chugging along. I mean, I think at like 29 months, I got Josh's diamond, and then we're on to next steps, triples the next, and I'm almost 4 years in. Okay. So if I were to just stop because double didn't or triple didn't happen, I've been calling out triple since I actually have something on my memories today that is like, we're going to be a triple diamond team in 2018. And did I truly believe that that was my goal and that was my intention and that's what I was laying seeds for in 2018? It absolutely was. It absolutely was. And that's, you just have to believe and you have to keep working through all of this stuff. And keep
And I
showing up
think
every single day. Sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes it is just showing up and having perseverance and like putting your best foot forward and checking the boxes. You've got to just keep going. And then God shows up and it happens and crazy things happen. And you're like, how did that even? And it's God. He's just showing up and he's blessing your works. Were you going to say something, Brooke?
Yeah, real fast. Carmen reminded me, she was saying, there are days that you just don't know what you're typing or you just don't want to do anything. If you don't have somebody, not necessarily like an accountability partner, hey, how many hats do you have? How many do I have? But just someone that if you're having that day, you're like, oh, I don't want to work or whatever. Find that person that you can call or text and be like, I don't want to work, make me do it. Just somebody to, I guess, maybe hold yourself accountable to. I mean, like Carmen and I talk all day, and instead of putting our irritations or yucky customer messages or whatever in the group chat, like we talk to each other. Hey, this D bag said this, and then we laugh about it and on to the next, but it's, if I don't want to do anything, she's like, come on, you have to. And if she doesn't want to, I'm like, no, we have goals, do it. And we just, it's that just push together, it's always
So
just nice to have somebody to call and say, hey, I need some motivation for a second.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
And
what's Elena dying over on there? I just watch her. She's just cracking up.
while she unmutes, I can be that person for everybody. And you can
Terrible.
call me with your stuff, but I'm going to give you 5 minutes and then we're moving on. That's exactly how that works, is when Brooke and Carmen talk about the D bag that said whatever, it's 5
yeah.
minutes and then it's done and they're moving
We
on.
laugh about it, tell them what they don't know, why they're wrong, and then on to the next.
Yeah. So that's the important part of that. Elena, what were you going to say? What are you laughing at? We all want to know.
She's laughing probably because I said D-bag and she doesn't say words like that.
Yes.
Is that what you're laughing at?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
At least I didn't say what it meant.
Little
funny.
virgin ears over there.
I haven't heard that word in so long.
Oh my gosh.
How did you get pregnant, Elena? I can't. How?
Sweet
So funny.
babies. All right. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. We've got about 6 minutes to keep it at an hour. So So basically, I was reading through my notes. Y'all, I'm so prepared. Y'all have no idea. So I just want to shout out the goals of the month because we do have a lot that is up for grabs this month. And a lot of people that are claiming some really freaking incredible things. So know that no matter where you fall on this team, that you are a part of something really freaking huge and you matter and you are so important. And I can't wait till I'm shouting out your goal if I don't say your name right now, because it's so fun. I just, this like makes me so giddy. So this month, Elena is pushing double diamond for her team. She is also pushing her spouse spot. So Alan's spot to emerald. So she's going to snag a bonus on both sides. It is a lot of work, a lot of work. A lot has to go into that to make that happen. And so if you are anywhere under Elena, then you matter to that promotion and your promotion matters to her. Okay. Jamie is also going double this month and is going to take Jimbo's account to Emerald. So we've got another double and Emerald situation happening there. Madison has claimed Diamond for herself and Emerald for Bradley's spot. So again, another huge jump for them and that team. So if you're on any of those teams, that is all one leg, by the way. That is all happening in one leg, which is astronomical to me. So that is some major moves over there. So I know that they have their heads down, they have their charts out, they know where they're going. If you have any questions about where you fall into that or what that looks like on a daily basis for them, I promise you that you will be hearing from them and they're going to be communicating those numbers to you, because it takes a plan and it is massive action and massive belief. So we kind of already mentioned Brooke is claiming Diamond for this month. So they were a solid Emerald team last month and had a really freaking incredible promotion, with Carmen going Ruby, and Carmen is going to go Emerald this month. So those are both diamonds over there. And then Chelsea is pushing Ruby as well. So Team Riley is on board and they are pushing. And then Danny's leg is pushing Emerald also. So much up for grabs. I did not do the math of what that looks like in terms of how much in bonuses that is, but I did do the math of how many rubies that it was. And it was like, I think I wrote it down actually. It was like 22 or something like that. It's a lot of freaking rubies. That's a lot of freaking rubies. And that is some really cool stuff that's happening. I know we've got other people that I'm talking to on the sides that are like, I want to go for this. I want to challenge myself for this. I talked to Sabrina last night and she doesn't have a rank promotion that she's pushing for, but she has a numbers promotion she's pushing for. And so Beth is going Ruby. Let's go, girl. If you have a goal, put it in the comments. I would love to hear it. And also I would love to pray over it, because that's just what I do for you guys. They were not kidding when they said that we pray over you guys and your goals and your families every single day, because we definitely do. So I want to know if you have a specific thing. But the last thing that I want to say is that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Hold on, Sissy, you got to go for just a minute. No. Close the door, please. Give me 5 minutes every time. The last thing that I want to say is, with all of that work and all of this momentum that we have going, what you do and how you show up as a person is the only thing that you control. Okay. And what you do and how you show up for your business and for your team is exactly the highest level that your team's going to show up. So if you are showing up at a solid 7, that's the max that you're like. Rarely, it is rare air that your team shows up at a level higher than you are. Okay. So you have to do what you want your team to do. You have to be the first one. You've got to lead from the front. Positive, negative, however you show up. Kristen calling out a Ruby, I might cry. That makes my heart so happy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, this is going to be so fun. Positive or negative, however you are showing up, however you are pouring yourself into your business, that's what you can expect from your team. Your excitement, your confidence, all of that stuff trickles down. It starts with you. Even if you are on an incredible team that has, I mean, we're all on an incredible team. You'll have me as your upline, so let's just be honest. But like, you all have leaders that are leading with intention. And yes, they're gonna, you're yeah, humble AF basically, but they might get some of that from your leaders that are showing up as a 10, but people didn't sign up with them. People signed up with you. So you have to show up the way that you want your team to show up. You have to have the attitude that you want your team to have. You set that bar for them. So show up in the way that you want to go up. Which is kind of actually after we were talking last night, and Sabrina was the one that suggested the show up, go up contest, and I kind of tweaked and changed and whatever. After that, I started putting together my notes for the call tonight, and I was like, I want to end with it's how you show up. It's how you show up for yourself. It's how you show up for your team. It's how you show up for your sidelines. It's your heart in this business, and showing up is what matters. So I don't have anything else. We are literally right at 1 hour, and I'm so excited that I nailed that. Does anybody else have anything? Questions, concerns? Okay, this was a pretty freaking amazing Zoom. February is going to be fire. I'm just so freaking excited. 600 a day. I will drop all of the details for our contest in the team chat or in the team page tonight. If you have not talked to me about your chart, or if you have not talked to me about your goal or your upline about your goal, get in an inbox tonight. Don't sleep on it. We don't have enough days in this month to sleep on. So get in somebody's inbox and let's talk about it, so that we can be sure and make the most of our month. February is fire. February is my month, and I want everybody to win. I'm going to stop recording.